Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Bosch Social Media. I'm your host and Lights Excited Eddie V. Joining me is the one, the only busman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello Ed, welcome to the recording of Nintendo Pow Block on this wonderful Tuesday evening. Hooray!
Yes, I keep changing it. Sometimes I'll say network, sometimes I say games, sometimes I say media. Y'all know
whatever, it's all the same. Whatever, it's all the same. Who cares? Who's keeping track? Who's to say? You know, who's to say?
Oh wow, what a week it has been, everybody.
It's only Tuesday. What do you mean?
Yes, I know.
We just recorded two of these.
I know that. But what I'm saying is that with the Power World nonsense going on and all of that with the Pokemon Company and stuff, and it's just like the video game discourse. It's always an interesting one, to say the least. But I have no voice in that battle. I'll let them fight that out in their thing. But I will say that I did pre-order my Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, today, and I'm super excited to pick it up Thursday.
Nice.
That had a physical at my local Best Buy. Because I think when the first when the Phoenix Wright collection, when it first came out, I think I could only find it digitally. Nobody was carrying it physically around here. So
yeah, I don't know. I stopped caring about the physical games recently, so you know me. I get what I like if it's a physical, and if not, then oh well. Look, here's the thing. Well, I guess I can't say that about Nintendo, but if Sony or Microsoft ever goes out of business and their store shuts down, I think there's a bigger issue with the world going on. Like, I don't know, some sort of alien invasion or Walking Dead situation. So I'll let that happen when it happens.
Yeah. I know Infinite Wealth comes out this week, but I think I'm gonna wait until February to get it, because I'm trying to finish up Lost Judgment. I'm trying to finish that up, and then pick up Infinite Wealth. I gotta finish Yakuza 7 though, or the first Like a Dragon, which I do.
Too many Yakuzas out there.
Yes.
Too many Yakuzas, too many dragons, too many.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think it's like the first game over 90. I don't know if Metacritic changed theirs, but
it's a 91, right? I think right now.
Yeah.
As of earlier today, it was sitting at a 91. So good
yeah,
for them.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Tekken 8 is sitting on, but
I think it's in the high 80s right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Corey, we literally got 4 bangers like game reviews. With Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Tekken 8, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Apollo Justice got a really good review. And another collection, another code collection is also doing pretty well. It did pretty well in the reviews and stuff. Which I can't believe when I found out who the developer was for that game. I was just like, wait, what? So,
well, you know what they say, Ed. You know what they say. I don't know what they say. I don't know. I don't know. I say we just move along. Move along. We're gonna walk this way.
Yes. Well, everybody, we're gonna get into some housekeeping for this episode, of course, because we got a lot to cover. for this episode. So we're going to talk about our PAX East 2024. Nintendo Pow Block and the Boss Rush Network are headed to PAX East. You will be able to find us roaming the show floor, so if you're there, come say hi. We will be covering the event as part of the media, demoing games, conducting interviews, and recording a podcast or two live from the event. So make sure you keep your eye on bossrush.net and our YouTube channel for that PAX. For that. Why am I messing up? PAX
I don't
East
know.
is PAX East is taking place in Boston, March 21st to the 24th. So get your badges now and come say hi. And then everybody, our Patreon website and YouTube. If you want to support Nintendo Pow Block and the Boss Rush Network, you can head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network, where you can get our supplemental show, Expansion Pass, 2 weeks early, and ad-free and other perks like early access to other podcasts, voting rights, and more at the tier that's right for you. Again, that's patreon.com/Boss Rush Network.
Ed, I got my business cards. Got my business cards. I got my t-shirt. I got my hoodie.
Yes.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, man. Ready.
Now,
I'm ready to hand these suckers out. They turned out pretty good.
I got to get my stuff, everybody, because I'm trying to go to PAX East now. So
Better hurry up.
yes, so the Power Block hopefully crew will be in there. Hopefully all of, most of Boss Rush should be in the building, and we cover a lot of the event and make sure that we get you guys a lot of good context and stuff.
Yep. Very excited about
So,
these business cards, Ed. They look really good.
dude, when you text me about them, I'm like, I need one of these. I'm like, these are amazing. I love them.
Yeah. It looks really good, man. They turned out really good. Except I didn't angle the podcast or the Pow Block podcast logo, but whatever, it's fine.
That's fine.
Because it's angled like on the new box art and on the logo designs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's slightly angled to give it more of a 3D look, but it's not angled in the business cards. But I don't care. It looks fine.
That's good.
It's fine. I bet. I mean, if I didn't say anything, I bet 99.99% of people who listen to this show and saw that business card wouldn't even notice. So, whatever.
Well, Corey, how about we get into Nintendo?
I suppose we could do that. By the way, Ed, store. Yes. I need to add the store to the housekeeping stuff, but the store, it's got a lot of good, cool stuff on it now. Let's see. There's over 50 designs on the store now.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
I was listening to our latest episode of Nintendo Pow Block, which you guys can check out. And you mentioned that you hit the limit of 50 items being added to the store.
Yeah. Yeah, they you're only allowed to upload 50 designs in a 24-hour period, apparently. And I had to delete some because some of them were screw ups, but I still had to they still counted. So there's 47 designs on the store right now, including all the new logos for the Boss Rush podcast and After Dark and Pow Block podcast, and they all have different color schemes and you know, if you want a heritage shirt, you can get one of those. If you want a, pride shirt or a trans rights shirt or a women's women in gaming shirt, it's all up there. Very happy. I like the women in gaming pink gradient shirts.
Yes.
I would really like one, but I don't know if it would be weird if I wore one of those or not. But they look really cool. So
I think I'm gonna buy one. Definitely for is it like in March, like Women's Day or something in March?
I don't know.
I have to find out when that day in support of women, because we support women here.
I support everyone.
Yes. But Corey, anything in particular you've been snacking on?
Yes, Snacktendo. So we had Chipotle this weekend and it was really delicious. It was so good, man. And I actually had some we had a gift card, so we got the guacamole this time. It was maybe only the second time I think I've ever had their guacamole.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good, like really good, and I was kind of shocked. But I got the carne asada steak with some, some veggies and some corn and some beans and extra cheese and hot salsa, and it was delicious. Delicious. Good Chipotle. Nothing beats good Chipotle. It's when Chipotle's bad that you're like, ugh, my gosh. And
Yeah.
up until very recently, our Chipotle has been more miss than hit. And it's like, oh, do I want to go today? I don't know if I want to go to Chipotle today. You know. Uh, Also, it makes a difference when you stand in line instead of order it online. It seems. So there's
Really?
that as well. Yeah, here at least.
I know. I normally have to order online to get it delivered. I, I didn't think. I don't know if I ever told you what happened with my Chipotle order. Um.
No, but am I about to hear about it?
Uh. No. I'll save
Share.
it.
Share it.
Uh. Well, it's not. It's not. It don't have to deal with nothing with Chipotle themselves. It had to deal with DoorDash, and I was.
Oh, so
Uh.
don't blame it on Chipotle if it's not on Chipotle. Blame it on
Well.
DoorDash.
Well, this is the thing about it.
Did they
So
eat your Chipotle?
no. So I ordered my Chipotle and I said deliver my order to my job, to actually come in my job and deliver it to me. And this man decides to take my order, already hot, fresh and hot, ready to go. Take my order, come to part of the store still outside where the handicap section is at, put my food on the ground, take a picture, and then walked away. Mind you, I'm steady in front of him outside. I was just like, I need to report this dude to.
That's funny.
I was just like, why would you put my food and my drink on the ground? I'm standing in front of you so you could take a picture.
That's pretty funny.
I was just like, oh, I need to. I'm like, and so I was just like, you know what? It's Sunday. I'm gonna give God the praise, and I'm gonna let it be. But
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
if this happened again, I'm going off on DoorDash. They would be getting a long letter or phone call or something. I would definitely be like, yeah. I like this
That's not
person.
funny, but it's kind of funny.
I mean, this person right here. Well, because the way that if you would have seen it, you might have thought it was kind of racist of what he did compared to it being a service and stuff. So I was just like, yeah, DoorDash was going to get some words, and I had to tip you. Yeah.
Well, that's the risk you have to take, though, Ed. That's the risk.
I had to take. Well, I can't leave the store if I'm the only manager.
That's fair, but still.
So it's just like, how do you override what I've written? What gave you authority to not come in the store to hand me my food? Other DoorDash people do it.
I don't know why this story's so funny, but it's pretty funny.
Because it's me.
Yeah, it's true.
See?
Anything that involves you is probably like 10 times funnier than it has any right to be. Just because it's you and no one else. Oh, thanks, Ed. Thanks for making me laugh tonight. It's been stressful, but I feel better now. Thank you.
You're supposed to support me.
I am. I'm laughing with you.
Oh, wow. That don't sound like a laughing with me.
Sure I am.
Okay. But well, like for me, I had a cheddar and roast beef sandwich from my local grocery store. I
I
put
thought
a
you were going to say Arby's. I got real
uh,
excited.
actually for Arby, I did have mozzarella sticks today from Arby's,
Mm,
and for the first time, I tried their fried macaroni and cheese bites. Cause they got their 2 for $7 cheddar deal, where you get
mhm.
like a beef and cheddar, the macaroni, or there's one more item on there. Um, so I got the sandwich and the bites, and then I order a side of fried mozzarella sticks. So
Oh man, their mozzarella sticks are so good.
dude, yes, they are. Uh,
I got
so
I got to I got to tell you, man. In a week, I'm going to be or in 2 weeks I'm going to be eating real nice. I'm so excited
yes,
cuz Disney food is the best food. Not all the time,
actually,
but sometimes.
uh, actually, in 2 weeks, no, not 2 weeks. Well, after this week, uh, part of my work week next week is going to be at a different store. Uh, and I just found out like they're like a small store, and they only open until like 6 p.m.
Mm,
So I'm gonna be there for 4 days. I'm gonna be at my store for one day, and then I have the weekend off, while my
mm.
store manager is on vacation in February. Because I think you leave the week after, Corey.
I leave in 12 days.
In 12
Sunday the
days.
4th is when I leave. So,
Which is fun. Which is funny because that weekend I'm off. That Saturday, Sunday I'm off.
shocker.
So I was
Mm.
just like, yes.
I'd
And
say we
everything.
should do something Saturday night, but no, we're not.
No,
Nope.
you probably got you probably got to be up early to get to the airport on time
No, actually our flight doesn't leave till like 2. So we
in
don't
the
have to be we
afternoon.
don't have yeah, we don't have to leave here till like 11. So,
Ah,
that's exciting.
because it's just how many people going? Like,
How many people? It's
yeah,
me, my wife, my 2 kids, and then my parents are going.
it's just the 6 of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's gonna be so exciting. Before you, uh, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do Saturday night. Maybe I'll go to Galloping Ghosts, get some games. But,
Hmm.
well, Corey, I really didn't like. Yeah, that's pretty much all I eat. And the fried macaroni bites, they were like or mac and cheese bites were like the only new thing that I had. I didn't really have anything like big yet. My store manager did tell me about a new like sushi place that she wants me to try out, so I'm gonna try that out another day. So
Hmm.
I was gonna go today, but I had to go in and help with the truck at work today. So just like,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not gonna go. So
Yeah.
well, everybody, it's time for us to talk about what we've been playing and play with power. And I've been playing Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown on Switch.
Hmm.
When it's really, really good. It really feels different than a demo when you don't have those powers that they give you in the demo and stuff.
Oh
I was just
yeah, well
like,
they want you to experience the best part of the game, right? I mean, that's the demo.
mhm,
They
yeah,
and I mean, it's definitely got that Metroid feeling, right? Where like, oh, now I got to go gain these powers to feel like I did in the demo. Um, but yeah,
yeah,
dude, that game is so good.
yeah. I just got the bow. So I just defeated the boar,
Mm,
and then got the bow and stuff. So now I'm trying to like, it feels like I think I'm backtracking like to the beginning parts. But like there's still more stuff that I got to do
mm,
and everything.
mm. Yeah, I was gonna get it on Switch, but uh, it was gifted to me on Xbox, so I have chosen to play it there.
Huh,
So that's where I'm playing it. But it's
nice.
real good. It's really good.
And
It is
then
an amazing video game.
it really is. And then Lost Judgment is my second game that I'm playing, or my Xbox game that I'm playing. Um, because I had those games with my sister for so long. I'm trying to work through them, and it's really weird because I'm just like I'm not doing a lot of the side stories. I did that's what I did even in Judgment and stuff, and a little bit in Immortals. Like I kind of skipped the side stuff so I could get through the story, like the progression, like just on normal and stuff. And I think like when I get close to the end, I'll probably go back and do some of the side stuff and
Oh,
everything. But yeah, just those two games is what I'm playing now. Um, my another code recollection is still delayed. Um, so I gotta I just gotta wait. And they said if it's not there by February 2nd, they're gonna refund me my money for it. So I don't know. Best Buy didn't get any copies or Nintendo was late. And I my only best bet is just like I have to go to GameStop, but because I know
yeah.
Target doesn't have it, and I'm just like, I just want to get the game and play it. Like I didn't know
Yeah.
Nintendo would have a problem like this with this game.
I I thought about getting it, but I need to wait until I need to wait until I finish these other games before I buy any other games, right? Like I have a ton of
Mm,
games to play that I just need to, you know, do that instead. So that's where I'm
yeah,
at the moment.
yeah, because I think a lot of my Series X stuff, like straight dedicated to Series X, I think that I'm all caught up with that. Besides like Halo, well, not Halo Infinite. I just need to install that to finish that game.
Hmm,
I think I got to the halfway point of the story and then just stopped.
that's fair.
So, but what you been playing with Power Corey?
I've really just been grinding away at Super Mario RPG because I need to finish it by Friday so we can get video game book club out for patrons on Sunday. So by the time you hear this and you're a patron, good news. There's a new book club for you. It's called Super Mario RPG.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's definitely I don't know. It definitely starts off super slow, but I definitely have been enjoying it as I've been progressing through it because
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just it's very very clearly classic RPG, Super Nintendo RPG, and they just didn't what do you call it? Do any kind of real what do you want to call it? Quality
Changes
of
or
life
anything?
changes, I guess you would say, in a not in a meaningful way, but just more of a hey, you're gonna play through it the way we intended in 1995 or whenever this game came out, and you're gonna like it. And it looks prettier, but you're gonna like it. uh, so I found the Link is sleeping Easter egg that was fun. Um, and so yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm enjoying. I think the story is definitely a little wanting for more. Um,
Is it like
but
very 90s
oh,
kind
dude,
of?
it's basically, hey, we put Mario in an RPG. Hope you enjoy it. If you don't, well, that's your problem, I guess. So it's very simple. But like I said before, it definitely feels like the legacy moved on to Mario and the Mario and Luigi games.
Hmm.
Um, more so than even Paper Mario, I would say.
Wow. Okay.
Uh, but I've also been playing Prince of Persia, um, which is very good. But I have kind of put all my other games on hold, which which sucks because I saw the update for Disney Dreamlight Valley today when I turned my Switch on because the new Star Path stuff starts tomorrow.
Nice.
I saw the update go out today, and I'm like, I need to do something with this, but it's still. I have to press pause. That'll be my playing game though. Dreamlight Valley.
That's what I was about to say.
But on my playing list, Ed, I also have. I need to finish Link's Awakening.
Yes.
On vacation. I need to finish Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury on vacation.
Yes.
And I need to finish New Super Mario Brothers on vacation before I move on to really dive deep into Mario Wonder. Those are the 3 games on vacation on my list. Will I finish them? I have no idea. Am I going to try? Yes. Very much so. Especially because I anticipate we'll be taking some breaks and some, I mean, we have a 5 and almost 3-year-old, right? I mean, it's not like we're going at the park open and leaving at park close, right? So,
yes. All right.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network and our family of podcasts.
So, Corey, how about we get into some family news? Yes.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. Yeah. Let's do that. Let me open the doc here.
I found out that Final Fantasy VII Advent Children Complete is coming to movie theaters before the Rebirth come out, and I think I'm gonna try to go see it. And everything. I don't think I've seen like the complete version. I think I only just see when it first came out.
I'm switching spots here real quick. All right. Here we go, Ed. Our first story comes from bossrush.net. From Stephanie Klimov wrote this story about the limited edition Joy-Con color celebrating Princess Peach Showtime. For those who don't know, this also includes a tweet from Nintendo of America. With the release of Princess Peach Showtime on March 22nd, a set of pastel pink Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers will be available at select retailers and My Nintendo Store for a limited time. They're pink. They're very, very, very pink. I don't know how much more pink you could get, but
they're like bubblegum pink, not Kirby pink. Everybody.
Yeah, it's I mean, cool, I guess, if you want pink Joy-Cons. Have they ever had pink Joy-Cons? They had pink Joy-Cons at one point, right?
Nope.
Really? I thought they came out with like a whole pastel line that was like the green, and like when Animal Crossing came out a couple years ago.
They did like pastel stuff, but only for like what's the Squid Game?
Splatoon,
yeah.
The Squid Game. Not the Netflix show, everybody.
Yeah, not the Netflix show. That's Splatoon. Yeah. Which I think people go and pair it like, oh, this is my Valentine kind of Joy-Con, because I think people gonna probably take the pink and the red ones and pair them together to have that look and stuff. But
speaking of Joy-Cons, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, was the March 22nd the first announcement of the release date for the game?
It must be, because it just said 2024 on the in the whenever they revealed it.
Okay, so we actually got a first date for a Nintendo game.
I'm gonna make sure though. Hold on. Well, maybe it's coming in April. I don't know.
No, it has to be in March because Mario Donkey Kong is coming
Princess Peach Showtime, March 22nd. Yep. So this seems to be either they revealed it somewhere else that we missed, or this is confirmation
I
that
think it's
it's releasing on the
confirmation.
22nd.
Yeah, I think it's confirmation because I think when we had the last direct and it was showing like costumes and stuff, um, I don't think it had a date yet. So I think we just got an announced date for today. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm assuming that then this must be leading up to a Nintendo Direct next
March.
month.
Well, there's two.
Uh,
Let's see. We have our January game with another code, right?
yeah,
That's the January game. February has two games, right? It
Donkey
has
Mario
Donkey
versus Donkey
Kong,
Kong.
Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and then it has. Hold on. Was January the one with two games? Oh,
No,
I think I
just
was kind of counting Prince of Persia as one, maybe.
yeah,
Hold on. I'm looking real quick. So another code recollection was January 19th, which, man, every time I see that game, I just want to play it. I think it looks really cool. I think that character looks interesting. You know what really did it for me was that key art that they put out to celebrate the release of the game
yeah.
or the collection, I guess.
What? You remember that story we was talking about Nintendo working with other companies and
Mhm.
everything? Um, I think this is one of them because with Arc System Works, they've never worked with Arc System Works ever.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
I was shocked that they were the ones that developed it because I'm like, of course, Arc System Works makes a lot of fighting
Huh.
games. But then when I was just like the person who worked on, who used to be at Sing and work on Hotel Dusk, um,
Mhm.
is worked on this project because I think he was on the original project for 3DS or DS and stuff. Um, so I was just like, could Arc System Works be doing the Hotel Dusk 1 and 2 collection for Switch? My mind started running racing there, and I'm like, I hope
Mm.
they do. And and everything. Because if they could do it, man, I
Mhm.
would be super excited. Plus, we never. Plus, that's another game that we here in America didn't get. We didn't get the second Hotel Dust, even though they named it something different before. Like it released in the UK, but they closed after they released the game. Sing did. So I'm like,
Huh.
come on, Nintendo. I'm like, I would love for that to happen. I'm like, if y'all working with Arc System Works, I want to see what y'all going to be having them do with y'all IPs in the future.
Yeah. Um, so maybe I'll get another code. Maybe that'll be my vacation game. Maybe. We'll see. I really want to play it, but these Joy-Cons, I need new Joy-Cons, by the way. My blue ones are
Hmm.
shot. My blue ones that I have been using since launch are finally
Yeah,
shot. I mean, they're 6.5 years old. My white ones are like they're like my prestige pair, so I don't like to use them when I don't have to. They're like for display only. My gray ones are shot with for my launch Switch. My
yeah,
Zelda ones are my other prestige ones that I don't want to use. I need a new set of Joy-Cons. I was like, yeah, this might be a good time to get those. And I went to go look. I forgot that a set of Joy-Cons is $80.
yeah.
Why are they still $80?
It's Nintendo.
I know the answer, but God,
You just have to get
$80?
that question. You just got to get that reaction out your system, dude. I still got the white ones from my OLED still attached to my Switch. Like
Gosh,
I like they're still there. Only time I
yeah.
used them or anything, it
Well,
was
that's
like
what I use. That's what I use when I'm at home. Are the white ones, right?
right.
I guess you're over here. I guess, but you're over here on my setup. You're over here, but the
Yeah.
camera's over here. So I was showing you like you were looking over there. Um, I use my white ones at home, but like I don't like to use the white ones because like not that I'm a dirty person or like we're dirty people, but
Right.
sometimes white just gets dirty way too easy, which is why I don't like the PlayStation 5's white shell, but I'm not paying $60 for a black one, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's something about white that is super pretty and super cool, but also like for a single person who cleans their house obsessively, and not for people with 2 children under the age of 6.
Well, and I think that's why I invest in a lot of the Joy-Cons, like the special edition. Like I got my son the Joy-Cons. I got the Xenoblade Chronicles Joy-Con. Um like I got not Joy-Con, I'm sorry, Pro Controller, everybody. I got these Pro Controllers, like I got 4 of them, I think. Oh, and I got the Zelda one too for Tears of the Kingdom. Like
Mhm.
I got these Pro Controllers so I don't have to touch my Joy-Cons and
Oh
everything.
man,
Even
I forgot about the Zelda Pro Controller. I still never got one. I'm really mad that I never got one of those.
shoot, mine's is still in the case.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're not going to use it, Ed, there's someone on this side of the screen that will, take it off your hands for you.
Give it a home.
Give it, yeah. And then I gotta have all my cool ones on display.
Shoot, I still got my Tears of the Kingdom Switch still in the case.
Of course you do. Oh my gosh. Anyways, pink Joy-Con coming. Hope everybody enjoys their pink Joy-Con.
Can I say I'm really looking forward to this game. After seeing more of the costumes and stuff, it seems super fun.
Did you see Twitter thirsting over Cowgirl Peach? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Come on. Like, is this where we're at now? Like, oh my goodness
I was just like,
gracious.
oh, I got to see it right now. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be more money for Nintendo.
It's just
I
like,
did like
come on, guys.
I
Come
did
on.
like the Ninja Peach. Just like when she's attacking, it's that big green glow and everything to slow down. I'm like, the
Mhm.
platinum help make this? I'm like, what? Like this has some platinum to it. Someone helped develop this game. I just
Yeah.
I can't tell who or say who until the game releases.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The internet is gross sometimes, guys. Come on. Like,
Just all you have to do is just say the internet and leave it at that. Trust me, we all know.
oh jeez. All right. Speaking of the internet, speaking of Prince of Peach Showtime, trailer reveals Ninja Peach, Cowgirl Peach. Quote: Players will battle enemies from the footlights to the rafters, taking on the role of sword fighter, detective, a kung fu master, pastier. But this is no ordinary adventure. It's going to take even more panache from Peach to bring this play to a triumphant final blow. As Ninja Peach, she will call upon her sneaking abilities as she uses shadows, shrubbery, and makeshift bamboo snorkels to surprise and thwart her enemies. On levels where she needs a little bit more brash, Cowgirl Peach yeehaws into action. Her horseback riding expertise is matched only by her deftness with a lasso, and you'll need both to make sure Peach rides off into the sunset, or at least on to the next scene. Yeah, Princess Cowgirl Peach is our thumbnail, by the way.
Nice.
Look, I got to take advantage of these, thirsty gamers. Okay. Gosh, that bothers me so much.
I would like to. I would. I probably have to make a top 10 characters. This is a personal thing, everybody. Top 10 characters that have like social media like straight thirst over.
God, yeah. What do you call it? The thirstiest characters? I don't know what you call them. I don't know what you say. Oh my gosh, I need to stop talking about this. This is giving me a headache. But Princess Peach Showtime looks cool. My daughter is oddly into like this game, even though she has seen barely nothing of it. She saw some of the costumes and stuff, and she is like really into that stuff. And so maybe this will be something we play together.
Yes.
So she loves Mario Kart, Mario Party. Makes me happy.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Ed, we're changing gears here. So we had another round of layoffs this week, and it happened at Riot Games, which they developed the hit PC title League of Legends, and there are a bunch of spin-off games on the Nintendo Switch, like RPGs and Metroidvanias and stuff like that, that are all actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
But they laid off 11% of their workforce. There's actually an article on bossrush.net about this as well. Man, you know what would be great is if we wrote enough news all the time to where we could just go to our website and report the news. So yeah, they laid off little bit over 530 employees, which I think the last count I saw was 532. And yeah, man, it's a crazy amount of layoffs. The laid off employees will receive a healthy benefit package, which includes a minimum of 6 months of severance pay, a cash bonus equal to their individual 2023 performance bonus target, payments to cover the loss of health benefits, and preservation of their stock and some stock options. And then, you can go to their website. Their website made a statement and gives all the details and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the teams affected were the teams affected, but development will not be affected on League of Legends, Valorant, Team Fight Tactics, League of Legends Wild Rift, which is the mobile version, and their R&D department. So,
I know from
it's this isn't over. The layoffs and the studio closures are not stopping. I mean, we've already heard from this Unity, Discord. We've heard Embracer may have closed a couple studios that we don't know yet.
still.
Yeah. Who was the other studio? Who was the other studio that laid people off?
I know Unity. I know Twitch did some. Uh, that's about all I know at the time. And then just and with Riot coming in, I know Free Radical, the people who were making Time Splitters, they were the last studio who got closed, and laid off at Embracer. So I'm like, who else does Embracer have? Um,
I mean,
anything?
we know who they have. So, uh, yeah, I don't know, man. This is about to get real ugly real fast.
I know. Someone wrote it's not a surprising thing to me, that the CEO of Riot wouldn't take a pay cut, but prefers to lay off people so to save money and everything. And I'm just like, I read that. I'm just like, man, still to this very day, Iwata is the only person who took a pay cut so that so the employees at Nintendo could still keep working. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I understand that argument. But also the on a publicly traded company, especially in the Americas,
mm,
their pay comes from all sorts of places, not just the company. And I think people don't understand that, right? Like it comes from shareholders and stock options, and it doesn't just come from, like you and I, right?
yes,
Our money is based off of our pay. We get paid because our company gets paid, and that money gets funneled into all these different places, including payroll, right? The
yes,
CEOs and like the top tier in public traded companies, yes, some of their money comes from that, but also part of their money comes from other things as well. And so I think we need to, as much as I agree that some of these CEOs get paid way too much, right? Like especially when you see like someone lay off, like Unity laid off 1,800 people or something, right? Obviously their CEO left and they're going through a major restructure, but just for
like
example, right?
like
Like,
Activision with Bobby
and then
Kotick. It's just he was getting like
yeah,
them
but
and those CEOs was getting paid with all that money, but they
that's
were
the
laying people
example though,
off.
right? Is like,
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure, part of their pay came from this, but their pay also came from like stockholder bonuses and stockholder whatever, all these other different places. And so like I think we got to be careful throwing that excuse around, but
Mhm.
also partially is true. Um man, I'm on game I'm on I'm on Game Informer's website right now, and I'm just looking at these layoffs. Uh, PTW, a support studio that works on Capcom and Blizzard games, lays off 45 people. Thunderful Group, the company behind 2023 SteamWorld Build, lays off roughly 100 people. Um, Dead by Daylight studio Behavior Interactive has reportedly laid off 45 people. Lords of the Fallen publisher CI Games lays off 10% of its staff. Um, it's just like Gothic Elix 2 dev Piranha Bytes addresses studio closure rumors. Don't write us off yet. We're still here. It's just like, what is going on? Like, it's just gonna get worse before it gets better, man. And I feel bad for everybody. I did see people at Activision and Blizzard and Bethesda all tweet out, say, "Hey, we have job openings if you were affected by any of these layoffs."
Mhm.
Which is good. I'm glad people are reaching out. Right? It's really sad to see this stuff, man. Also, like Riot is like they've been a weird company in terms of like I don't know. Remember like maybe 7 or 8 years ago they had that whole dude bro controversy going on
Yeah.
thing over there, and there's something weird going on with Riot.
I think
I don't
ever
I don't
since
know what it is, and I don't really want to know because they just seems like a weird company to work for. But
I think ever since like those lawsuits and that controversies came out and stuff, we didn't know how much it was hurting the business or if it was hurting the business. But League of Legends it's just something that um people just stopped talking about. It's just stopped being popular in the
it's still
public
the biggest
eye.
MOBA in the world, though.
Yeah, it is, but it's kind of like even it's went the way of WoW in a sense, World of Warcraft, where it was big at one time, it was always in your face, and then it literally just has fallen off or anything.
Well,
As
yeah. Well,
in,
I mean, I think they started seeing that though, and that's why Valorant exists, and that's why they started
mm,
investing in all these smaller spin-off games to hopefully, people. I mean, it's the same thing that Bungie is going through now, right? Where like
right,
Bungie was at the top of its game, I would argue 3 separate times, right? And
mm-hmm,
now they've hit rock bottom, and they don't have another product the way that Riot does, right? With Valorant or these smaller projects. They have Destiny, right?
right,
Marathon's coming, but it's not here yet. It's not making them any money, right?
mm-hmm, yeah,
Um, they're not making any money off of old Halo games because Microsoft makes money off the old
whatever
Halo
that.
games. Uh,
It's their IP.
so
It's
and what I think Bungie needed to do what Riot is doing, which I think Riot made the smart move. Uh, but at the end of the day, also like the hiring spree over COVID when borrowing money was free and you thought you were going to see growth because you're investing in all these people and all this product, and uh at the end of the day you don't hit your goals because reasons, right? And then
mm-hmm,
interest rates go up and the money you have to pay back starts costing money and you have to cut corners somewhere, and you're not going to cut off your products because that's what's going to make you money, so
get
you
the
got to cut
money.
the people. And I mean, the sad reality is that's just how business works. I'm not
Yeah,
a business person by any stretch of the imagination, but like I think you have to look at all these different factors and be like, it makes sense from a business perspective if you aren't digging into the behind the scenes stuff, the drama, the infighting, all that aside, like from point A to point B, you
it's
make a
gonna be
list.
business.
This It's a business. You have to make money. You have to cut somewhere, whatever. Again, I don't know what's going on at Riot. I don't know what's going on inside the studio, with the leadership there, whatever, right? They're not
Right.
as open about it as Bungie has seemingly been, or ex Bungie employees has seemingly been, right? Um, but I feel bad for everybody. I hope they all land on their feet. I mean, if they worked on League of Legends or Valorant, I'm sure they're going to land on their feet somewhere, right?
Yeah, they'll
Um,
find something like
yeah.
Microsoft will pick them up.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but well, maybe. I mean, I guess Bethesda's obviously looking for people to promote and work on games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Activision is always looking for somebody to fill a Call of Duty hole. So,
Right.
um, anyways, let's move on to the next story. And not really a new story, but an interesting piece that went up. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown dev would love to make a Zelda game, in the vein of Zelda II, either a remake or a spin-off, which would be interesting. Uh, I don't know how you feel about that, but I think Zelda 2 is actually one of the games that probably deserves a remake the most.
Oh heck yeah! I don't even need it to be 3D. I could keep Zelda 2 in 2D, but it's just a lot of that needs to be fixed. That
Mm-hmm.
whole game needs to be fixed. Um,
Yeah.
because of like definitely with the weapon, the hit detection for stuff, um, places where you need to go. It does the Final Fantasy thing where enemy comes and it zooms in, and it was just like that kept happening every 5 to 10 steps. Like it was Zelda 2 is it's the questionable content of the Zelda franchise for me. I don't even worry about the CDI games, but it's like Zelda 2 is literally like on my low list. So to see Ubisoft wanting to do a remake, um,
I mean, it's Zelda 2. I would let them do that, right? I mean,
would Miyamoto be involved?
I don't know.
It's my question.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really care either way. It's not. I think Miyamoto is kind of like. I think Miyamoto's kind of on. I don't want to say he's on his way out. He's a legendary game designer, but he's also in his 70s, right? He
I mean,
probably he. I'm sure he has that. Kind of the respected icon slash window desk job, right? Where maybe Nintendo is starting to move past him, which I mean, we've seen that time and time again with the games that have been coming out, right? That he's not really involved in, but they give him his little side projects. He works on, stuff like Pikmin and, uh, but he's not involved in Mario anymore to a great degree, or Zelda, right? I mean, Anuma's barely involved in Zelda either, right? I mean, it's
mhm.
it's the new batch. It's the Skyward Sword team is still who's running Zelda now. So I don't know. And I don't want that to be like sound negative about Miyamoto. I'm just saying, like, I don't think
It's
he's very
it's
involved in a
evolved.
lot of he's in the producer role, he's in the executive producer role, he's in the driver's seat, right? He's
Right.
just getting the bus to the stop, right? And that's his role now, and that's okay. He's been an icon for 40 years, and you know, I think the less he does to tarnish that reputation, the more iconic he's going to become long after he's gone. So,
I think you could see, and that's why I say with Pikmin 4 that I feel like his hands are in it. Like it feels like a Miyamoto
mhm.
design game. Not saying that Miyamoto was completely involved, but it shows that he worked with that team directly. Like he really got with that team to make sure that what they did was great quality that's going to present fun, that was going to challenge and bring ideas and stuff like, and I believe he meets a lot of those designers and developers and directors on the ground to be like, okay, you say this, but how does this happen? What happened if you did this? And he probably challenges them a lot to be like, okay, here's the challenge that I present to you with this new idea that you have. Da 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 da. And then how do you overcome it and how do you implement? Like I think Miyamoto still has some involvement, but like you said, not like big involvement. Like, but Pikmin 4, it really has his influence in there and stuff. And I
Mhm.
bet you he probably goes to these developers and plays their stuff and asks them questions and everything. Like that's one thing Nintendo directors and producers and a lot of them who came up in the 80s and 90s and 2000s making games, they come up because they've been through that stuff. And so when they get their hands on, they want to make sure that what that team is presenting is to the highest quality, that it is fun and it makes sense and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah. So Zelda 2, maybe that'd be neat, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Um,
I'm fine for it. I just would like to know if Miyamoto's involvement would be in it. That's all.
yeah, I don't know, man. Not sure. I am not sure. But Ed, so with the news, it's pretty there's not really a lot of news out there right now. That's kind of worth exploring. I do want to note here, not really anything to really discuss, but the 3DS and Wii U online play is ending on April 8th. So they also announced today that there will be a ability to still or link your accounts to your Switch account up until that time. So if you have any unused eShop credits, you can switch those over and uh, use them on the Switch.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah,
They're doing that.
yeah. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at. Let's see,
Right.
where are we at now? We are at okay. So the rumor mill, Ed. There's one last thing for Nintendo, mostly about Switch's successor, which is what a lot of people are starting to use now, the term Switch successor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, according to an Atlas insider, Sega is holding games for the Switch successor, including, but not limited to, Persona 3 Reload, which comes out in just a couple weeks on the Xbox and PlayStation, and Metaphor Refantasio, which is also coming out this fall. Also rumored Yakuza. Well, I guess Like a Dragon. Uh, those games may be coming to the Switch successor as well.
I don't
I think
believe that one.
I don't care what you believe. You don't believe anything. So you also think we're getting Arms 2 on the Switch. So good luck.
Hey, you the one that said we'll get Arms 2 on the console.
I do believe we will get a ARMS sequel on the next console because Nintendo usually releases one of each of their smaller franchises on each console.
Well, shoot,
Usually.
Splatoon. Oh, well, Splatoon got two of them on Switch.
Oh,
So
well, Splatoon got Splatoon 2, which was Splatoon 1.5 remastered. Okay. Uh,
no shade,
hmm, just throwing that out there.
shade.
Uh, also, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I'm not surprised at this point if people are really coming out and saying that the Switch successor is coming out in September. Um, this would make sense to have these games maybe spaced out in the launch window of that console, right? Like, I think that would make sense. Also, like Persona always gets their quote unquote Royal Edition or Golden
Mm-hmm.
Edition. It would make sense. Maybe if the Switch, let's just say the Switch successor comes out in September, if on the 1 year anniversary of Persona 3 Reload, it gets maybe the Switch is the first one to get the Royal Edition, the Royal
Mm-hmm.
treatment, and that's the version that launches. Uh, and then Metaphor, maybe that's the one that launches with the console, and you kind of space them out 4 to 6 months apart.
I think if we were getting those games, I'm expecting we'll get them in 25 and not 24. Um, because I feel like those games. Well, Persona 3 Reload is that's not Xbox exclusive, right?
Mm-mm. No,
Okay,
it's coming to Game Pass day one though, which is the big draw for Xbox players.
but it's also coming on PS5.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and their other game is that multi-platform or just Xbox exclusive? I
Which
think
one?
that one.
Metaphor
Uh, yeah.
it's multi-platform.
Okay.
Xbox has the marketing though.
Okay. So they got the exclusive marketing. All right. I thought
Mhm.
they had some those. I thought those two were exclusive to their system for or time exclusive. Um.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yakuza though. I no, that's not coming to Nintendo.
I bet it does.
No, the director of it of those
He said that
games.
about the Wii U 7 years ago, Ed.
But but because of
Also, that
the Wii U
director
stuff.
doesn't work at the studio anymore. So
Wait, what? When did he leave?
didn't they all leave to go form their own studio?
No, they was
They all
there.
left.
I thought they were still there doing the Yakuza series.
No, they all left to do their own thing. This new one is done by not a completely different team, but it's definitely a new person directing it, I think.
Because it's still RGG Studios, right?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think so. Unless I'm just totally making that up. I swear that's what I heard.
I thought they still was still there. Because he was just like, we'll never bring the Yakuza series to Nintendo because it's like a family kind of system. It's a pure system, and we don't feel like M-rated game as ours should be on that system.
In October 2021, Sega announced that Nagoshi and Tatsuki Sato were leaving the company after decades working in it. Due to this, series producer and writer Masayoshi Yokoyama would become the new studio head in place of Nagoshi, who was in the position since the beginning. Um, with this shift in leadership, the studio confirmed they were working on a sequel to Yakuza Like a Dragon. So yeah, 2021 they left.
Interesting. I wonder when was that last. I wonder when was that last interview then. Uh, Yakuza not coming to Switch.
I'm looking it up. This was IGN, September of 2022. Maybe. Hold on. Hold on. Let
Oh,
me see.
we don't want to be walking around in the daylight with everybody else. The Nintendo Switch is one of the most popular console in the world, and it's especially dominant in Japan. Home of Ryu RGG Studios Yakuza series, but don't expect to see the series on Nintendo's platforms anytime soon. That was
Mm-hmm.
September 14th,
Yep.
2022.
Are you reading the IGN article?
Uh, I seen a quote on uh Google, and then
Yeah.
the stories underneath it.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, the Switch isn't powerful enough to run the most recent games anyway. So
Mm.
unless you can put the whole series there now, I mean, there's so many games, right? Unless you can put the whole series over there, why would you even bother at this point? It's like Xbox getting Kingdom Hearts 3 and then not the other games until 3 years later. I still bought them all. Oh, like a loser. So yeah, if you are wanting these games on Switch, better be saving up $400 plus tax and shipping for the next console because that's where you'll be playing them. All right, last but not least, Ed, we're gonna go to the other side. We talked a little bit about this on an upcoming expansion pass, and we talked a little bit about this in some other form, but we
Mm-hmm.
haven't talked about it yet in terms of the order of people listening to things. We are going to talk a little bit about the Xbox Developer Direct. Not a lot, just a little bit, but I think they nailed it. If you haven't seen it, I did write a breakdown of this thing on bossrush.net. You can go look at it right now. It's also probably on my Twitter profile 4 or 5 different times because I was so excited about this thing. Also, I was trying to get clicks. I'm going to be honest. I want to be the top clicker. But anyways, Ed, this developer direct,
Yes,
was incredible. It was
it
awesome.
was.
It was
I
everything
gave
I
it an
needed
A.
it to be. Dude, this was a huge win. The only blemish on this thing for some people was that Hellblade was not getting a physical edition, and I know you and I have already talked that point to death on later episodes of Expansion Pass and stuff. Not going to go into that, and that technically wasn't even during the direct, so whatever. This game or these games all look fantastic. Even
Yes.
Aura, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
from Oxide Games looks like an awesome kind of PC focused civilization style game, which a lot of these developers worked on Civilization and other strategy games. I think they nailed it. And even the surprise drop or the surprise I guess drop from Square Enix saying that Visions of Mana is coming to Xbox, which would be the first Mana game. Also, Xbox erroneously published a page on their website that said this was coming day and date to Game Pass, which they quickly took down because I don't know if it was supposed to go up yet or not, or if it is or not. But that game also looks really cool. And so, I mean, what did you think of the direct?
I thought it was wonderful. Of course, I lost my mind seeing Vision of Mana. Like, oh, they're getting it, which I like in our earlier conversations about this that you guys would be able to hear. Um, was that I thought they were going to bring the like collection of mana to Xbox. We knew that this game got revealed at the Game Awards, but we didn't know what consoles and everything it was coming. So to see Xbox get it, we're happy that happened. Avowed looks amazing from an art perspective. Gameplay, not so much. It is what it is. But goodness, that game looks gorgeous with the colors. It 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 has probably, if that is the box art, and I think it has one of the best box arts of 2024 started right now. Like, I'm not gonna deny, I'm like, shout out to that art director who was talking about it on talking about the colors and all of that stuff. Like, just shout out to them with that. Hellblade is going to be very interesting. A lot of people, which is a good thing for Microsoft, because it was like, I think like $3 or $4 on Steam, so they've been making money. Like, people have been buying that game on Steam. Um, so I think it's a possibility there's going to be a jump player base with that game. People are probably going to be playing it, trying to get ready for it. I know I'm doing a run through of that game in May before it drops on Series X in May. That game looks gorgeous. It's very dark though. Um, as in if you look at Hellblade 2 and Avowed, you can see the contrast and the color schemes that they're using. But Hellblade is going for a more visual cinematic style and everything. Like, it really looks good. Like, it looks, we talk about games that look like a movie. This looks too much even past a movie. Like, this doesn't look like no CGI or anything. Like, it look like they learned you Unreal Engine 5 and taking it to the extreme. Like, it looks like no one's probably gonna be touching it. So I have a feeling that if the game comes out, regardless of reviews, gameplay, sales, whatever, it may be probably the number one most visual game of 2024. Like, no doubt, across all platforms. Um, so I'm happy for that. Indiana Jones in a Great Circle, the Harrison Ford likeness, they knocked it out the park. It was really good. I do worry about the first person whip kind of thing, uh, but if they, as long as they give me that Tomb Raider feel and the puzzles are really good, I'm down for it. Like, I'm excited to play it, but it's not on my highly anticipated game list just yet. Like,
Oh
I
man,
am
it's
going,
number 2 for
like,
me.
I am going to get it.
Hmm.
Like I was texting you, Corey, just like I'm going to get this game. Like, there's no
Yeah.
answers or buts about it. Um, but it's just like, okay, it's Machine Games. They always do a phenomenal job. I love them and everything. Um, but I'm gonna wait to what they have for E3 about it. I'm gonna see what Nintendo also brings to the table. And in our discussion about on this topic, I said personally, Nintendo could fall back and be literally have a support library or a filler library this year if they want to. Right, Microsoft be the focus with those 5 games, or 4 games that they show, because right now they need a win and everything. And with the stuff that they showed us, the way that all the developers broke stuff down, it's looking like a good year for Microsoft. And as a Nintendo player, if you own the Xbox or even PC and you play some Xbox stuff, you're gonna be eating good. Like, straight, no lie. Like like I think Nintendo and Xbox and Microsoft probably gonna give us a buffet of goodness, and we're gonna be fed. Like,
Hmm.
and if they could deliver, Nintendo, I think Nintendo's probably gonna be the fun, and Microsoft is gonna be the narrative, like the very story driven stuff, where it's gonna have a lot of discussions about their games and everything. And that's a great balance. I can't speak on Sony at this time, but just for the developer direct, I need this to be the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but I need to come with this energy and this hype when summer comes around. Like,
Yeah.
this developer direct was like, it was amazing. Like, I have no notes, well, besides Aura, but that's a PC game that a genre that I don't normally play, but it looks good and people are hyped for it, and that's what I
Hmm.
love. Like, this one was just like, I'm focused on what they're saying. I'm focused on what I'm seeing, and this is all I want. And plus dates and stuff. And hey, I'll take a fall to 2024. I'll take this. I'll take that. If they could stick to those dates and give it to us and actually release on time, I would be so happy. Right now, Hellblade 2 has a little concern for me, a little bit, at first, because I was just like, I feel like this game is going to get delayed just by a month or two, and I hope it does. I need this game to be the May game, like the highlight May game. I need it to be that, because I need something for my Series X that is completely straight for Series X and S and everything. Like, that's what I need from Microsoft. But yeah, other than that, let's eat good on Xbox. And if Nintendo and Sony could bring us also some hype and a great directs of their own state of plays and stuff, this first half is it's not going to even be an argument who was the best show. It's going to be like, what are we going to play, and
Hmm.
how we going to make time to play these games. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my number 1 and number 2 most anticipated games of the year were in this direct, and Hellblade 2 being number 1 and Indiana Jones being number 2. That's all I really cared about. Visions of Mana looks awesome too. I wonder if it'll get a Switch release.
Well,
It
and
looks
that was that's the one game I was just like, I don't even, that was the one thing I was just like, I don't even care if Nintendo doesn't get this on Switch. I'm
I feel like
glad
they
that
will though. That Mana is pretty big in Japan, right?
it is.
I mean it's not huge, but it's bigger, right?
Yes.
And they're not sitting in front of their TVs playing this. I mean, Trials of Mana, like that game was huge on the Switch. Why wouldn't they put Visions of Mana on it? So
Um
I mean,
Probably so.
it doesn't look too graphically intensive either, right? I mean,
No,
it looks
it's not.
beautiful, but it's
I I think the thing with me with this one, it's just like I I told Chad Caselmo, who works at Square Enix, um, I told him that like I'm super hyped for this game and everything, but I'm like this soundtrack. I of course I would love to hear the soundtrack on the go with my Switch, but I'm like I'm gonna be too involved with the soundtrack on Xbox. Like I'm gonna be listening to this game while also playing it. I don't know the characters or voice acting or anything like that. But I'm like, this music sounds so good. And I think I'm going to just be enwrapped and just captured with it on Xbox for me. So like my number one game became Vision of Mana, and then Hellblade 2, Avowed is number 3, and 4 is Indiana Jones, and then 5 will be Aura. But
Yeah,
those
I
but
mean,
the four games, those are mine.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Avowed looks cool, but I'm not interested just because I don't care for those types of games. I tried the Outer Worlds.
Mm,
I think Obsidian has made some amazing, incredible video games. Right, South Park: Stick of Truth is an amazing video game. Uh, Knights of the Republic 2 is an amazing video game. Obviously, uh, Pillars of Eternity is something that they are super proud of and are held in high esteem, right? But like Pillars of Eternity, right? I always get those confused, right? It's Pillars of Eternity is theirs, right?
I
Hold on, I
think
gotta look
so.
this up now. I gotta look this up now. Pillars of Eternity is theirs. Yes. Okay. Oh. The other one that Larian did before Baldur's Gate 3, I forget. I always get Pillars of Eternity and whatever their CRPG is mixed up. And I'm glad I didn't mix this up this time. I don't know why it's so hard for me to. Divinity Original Sin is Larian's game. Okay.
Okay.
I always get Pillars of Eternity and Divinity Original Sin mixed up. But I mean, those games are held at high standard. From what I heard, Outer Worlds was incredible. You know, Fallout New Vegas is a lot of people's favorite Fallout game. So I have no doubt this will be great, and I will definitely try it out because it'll be on Game Pass. And but I don't have any real urge and interest to play it. But man, that key art is fire. That
Yeah.
key art is. We need a dynamic theme of Avowed like yesterday. So
Yeah.
good.
Like that's what I want my Xbox background to be like that.
Yeah. All right, Ed. We're gonna move on to Pack Watch here. There's only one
Yes.
game coming out this week. And that's Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash. Sure, it's a Bandai Namco anime game. So you can check that out if you want.
Oh,
Master the Jujutsu of your favorite sorcerers and cursed spirits. Bring a friend and dive into the world of Jujutsu Kaisen in the action-packed 2-on-2 fighting game.
yeah. Ace Attorney Apollo Justice is this Thursday also.
Yeah, but we said that last week because it'll be out by the time this episode comes out.
Oh.
So way to pay attention, Ed.
Hey.
But to cover our bases real quick, so this is coming out on the 30th. Yes, on the
Yes.
30th, right?
Yes.
So we have already recorded the episode that's coming out on February 5th and February 12th because I will be on vacation. And so I will read the next couple weeks from there's not much from that either. And we didn't read them on those. We actually missed a lot of things on those podcasts about housekeeping and all that, which should have done a better job at keeping that going. But
We had a good discussions of things, everybody.
did we?
Yeah.
Let's see. Also coming out is let's see. Arzetti, the Jewel of Faramore is coming out on the 14th. Tomb Raider. Oh wait, I skipped a whole week, but that's because there's nothing on Switch coming out. Anyways, that week, Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered is also coming out on the 14th. Mario vs. Donkey
Yes.
Kong remake is coming out on the 16th, which is great. And then that's wow, Skull and Bones is still listed for Stadia on this list. Which, by the way, I think Skull and Bones sounds fun. I know I'm in the minority of that, but whatever. And then Open Roads comes out on the 22nd, which will be after our next show back. So
So interested in that they're starting to talk about it. And I
what? Open
remember,
Roads?
yeah, because I don't know, was it it wasn't Pat. It was some direct, or was it the Game Awards? I think it was the Game Awards that game got announced, and then nothing came out for that game. Because
Yeah.
me and
Well,
Celeste was talking about it and everything.
yeah. Well, it has so it stars Kerry Russell and Caitlin Dever. Um so that's who is in it. It's also what's his name? Like shoot. Steve Gaynor is uh let's see. Steve Gaynor is directing this game, although it's not going through Fulbright, which is his company.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not 100% sure how that's working. Um, they are going. The team working on Open Roads detached itself from Fulbright and is now going by the title of Open Roads Team. So I remember like Steve Gaynor kind of got in like some kind of he's really hard to work for type of
Mm-hmm.
trouble. I don't know what that was or wasn't, so I'm not going to get into it here. Um, but Gone Home is you know kind of it was the game that kind of kicked off the walking sim revolution. I would say it wasn't the
Yeah.
first one. There's plenty before that, but it was the one that got the most notoriety and the story that it told. So they also did Tacoma, which was a couple years after that, which was the walking sim on the space station with some horror elements. Uh, so yeah, that's where we're at here, and
So maybe that's why it took long.
maybe I'm not sure. Um, but at the end of the day, I'm sure. Look, man, in a high stress environment, people get heated and maybe say things or do things that they don't mean or shouldn't say. And not that that's an excuse, but it happens. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I think, the way people want to work these days, especially a younger generation, seems to, when somebody needs something done and they don't want to do it, seems to take it the wrong way sometimes, seemingly. And I do that too. But I try to, I don't know, man. It's a situation. I don't know.
The
Anyways,
work
I'm
culture
moving on.
has changed.
I'm moving on. Well, Ed, what do you say we get in a question block?
Yes. Well, everybody, it's time for question and block. Corey, you
Some of
got the
these probably should have
questions?
been read earlier when we were talking about this stuff, but that's okay. I need to do a better job of putting the questions up in the stories that they revolve around if they are not just random questions here. Our first question comes from our editor-in-chief, David Lasby, via Discord. He asks, will Power World put a dent in the universe for Nintendo? It seems like this could be a major shift in the future of gaming. Could also force a legal battle that changes the landscape of AI.
No, it's going to not change the landscape for Nintendo. The Pokemon
No.
Company is going to still make bank.
Yeah.
Like
It's
they just
I
put
mean,
out.
how many games do you see on Steam become huge for like a couple months and then I mean look at even something as big as Baldur's Gate, right? Like
Right.
that game was huge on Steam for a month and then people moved on. Valheim over the summer was that game. I mean even Hogwarts Legacy to an extent was that game.
Yeah.
I think this is, and also like Power World is not a Pokemon game. It's a survival game. It's more like Minecraft with
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon elements. Uh, and so I think you have to look at it through that lens as well. Uh, so I don't think it's gonna do anything to Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo could maybe go after them for monster designs, but also like games like Nexon or what's it called, Nexamon and Temtem exist, and those are
Yeah.
straight up Pokemon clones, right? I thought Temtem was a Pokemon game the first time I saw it. So I don't know if I don't know if there is any legal issue. I don't know if it'll get very far.
So the only legal issue is the person who did the Pokemon mod for it, like, and
Well,
YouTube
yeah,
taking that down.
that stuff's gonna get taken down.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
but it's like they Nintendo really can't do nothing, but the Pokemon company has to do something because it's the Pokemon's IP. It's not Nintendo's IP. Like if the Pokemon company wanted to put their games on Xbox, they could because they own the
Well, they can't because
IP.
Nintendo owns a majority stake.
Well, yeah, but
They
if
can
they
put their
want to
games
put
on
their
PC and mobile, but they can't put them on the competing consoles. Is the agreement?
but can they do Windows PC? Because that's not console,
Yes, they technically could. The Pokemon trading card game is there. Pokemon Go is there technically.
right?
I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of more complicated things than that, but technically, yes, certain Pokemon things can appear on PC, and they have. So, uh, but in terms of like monster designs and stuff, dude, there's people are like, this kind of looks like this Pokemon. Of course it does. There are 1,200 Pokemon. Some are bound to look like other things. I have a bag of
That was
garbage in my trash can that looks like one of the Pokemon.
that's,
Okay,
that's what
Nintendo
I was
gonna
to
come
say.
sue me for throwing trash away?
Garbodor is literally a garbage bag. Like
Yeah,
they got a
my
teacup.
my
Like
son puts a bag on his head every day. Does that mean he's gonna be that Pokemon that puts a bag over his head because he's too ugly? No, you know. And I'm not trying. We're just poking fun a little bit here at the question, but like, I mean, Digimon. I mean, if this was gonna happen, Nintendo would have gone after Digimon in the '90s, right?
mhm,
Like these types of games are going to exist whether Nintendo wants them to or not, and if they're good or not, that's up to the developer, right? Um,
yeah,
in terms of AI, though, I know they're using AI art just like everybody else, and I'm wondering how many games you're playing right now who use AI art that just hasn't made it public, right? Especially indie games. Um, small teams using AI art to generate assets and art palettes because they are a small team and need all the help they can get.
right. So
I'm not I'm not as big of a I'm not against AI art in some to some extent, right? Like I'm not opposed to it in certain situations. Um I do, however, like if you're a team like Square Enix is getting some blowback because Foam Stars uses some AI art for album covers, right?
hmm
And whatever, it's an album cover that you probably could have paid a graphic designer, a couple $1,000s to design for you and then call it a day, right? And they went through Mid Journey and probably paid like $100 to use it to generate some designs, right? But like, sure, if you're worried about a couple $1,000s like Square Enix was, maybe there's other issue other issues. Um, but I think there are ways AI art can be implemented in smart ways and ways that aren't it's just I don't know, man. I don't really know how to explain it. I know what I mean and I know how I feel, but I can't explain it with AI art. I think it's okay in some areas. I think it's not okay in other areas. Uh, so also with them using AI art, if how big is this team? I don't know anything about this team that made this game.
I mean neither. It's just a game that dropped and it became popular because everybody was just like, it's Pokemon with guns. And it's that simplicity of explaining or understanding or comprehension, I should say, for some people, that it got popular and everything. And then all of this talk about the game came up.
Hmm.
Because think it was, I think Xbox promoted it for one of their presentations. I think.
I'm trying to look. How big? How many developers? More. How big is the team? Why doesn't it just tell me how big the team is?
I'm assuming it's someone from overseas, though.
The game was revealed in 2021. It doesn't say how big the team is anywhere. So I don't know. I don't know how big the team is. It doesn't say anything. It's made on Unreal Engine 4 though. I wonder if this game will. I wonder if they'll try to put it on Switch or if they think Nintendo will come after them if they do that.
I think they probably would.
I want to know how many developers there are at the studio. It's really bugging me now. But anyways, I think I think this game is getting a lot of hate because it's popular. And if you like it, you like it. If not, guess what? You don't have to play it if you don't want to support it.
It's more that people are trying to defend the Pokemon company.
I mean,
because they feel like
whatever.
it's the
Play
ripoff.
Pokemon. If you're going to defend the Pokemon company, buy Pokemon. Like, don't play this. Play Pokemon. They're not even the same game. Because they have cute animals means they're the same game? No. Okay.
It's the fact that you captured them and used them for
job, like to mine resource. I get that you catch them but you don't use them to fight other. I mean, I guess you could, but like, you know what I mean. You use them to collect resources and build towns and do jobs for you, and you're building a sweatshop of monsters. Essentially, you're not like going to win gym badges and become the PAL world champion or whatever.
right.
I don't know, man. I think everybody just whatever. You want to defend Pokemon? Buy Pokemon. Guess what? The last Pokemon game sold almost 20 million units.
And it's still selling.
I don't think the Pokemon company is hurting from this game.
And that game is still selling. And I bet you this game probably even helped Pokemon even more because it's gonna be like, to show you guys that we're not supporting you, we're gonna buy that old game. We're gonna buy the Pokemon game. Okay.
Yeah.
Here go another Famitsu listing showing that the game is number 5 or 6 on the top 10.
Let me read this next question because it has to do exactly what we're about to get into, I think. One True James asks, will Nintendo take legal action? Previously, the Pokemon Company lawyers are surprised it hasn't happened yet and believe it is a matter of time. Power World is also produced by another Japanese company, which improves Nintendo's chances in a court as Japan does not have a parity clause. While Power World may have plagiarized and stolen content, it hasn't clearly used AI. The game essentially finished development prior to the commercial AI models being available. The company lead loves AI and wants to use it, but it doesn't seem Power World has at the present.
No,
I mean this
they're not going to sue.
No, I don't think Nintendo would win, and I think Nintendo, if they were going to take action, they would have done it already, right? Yeah. I think we would have heard about it already, or they would have done it before this game came out because it was revealed in 2021.
Right. So I don't think.
You're telling me they're going to wait 3 years, and somebody tried to make the argument that Nintendo usually waits for these games to hit the market. No, they don't. There have been plenty of takedowns before, right? I mean, like, look at AM2R or, some of these Pokemon fan games or the how many Ocarina of Time HD remakes have we seen get taken down? It's like, you know,
Yeah.
I I think this
Nintendo.
whole thing I think this whole thing personally is dumb. I think Power World is a game that people are enjoying, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. It's just hitting a different audience, and Pokemon is a JRPG through and through, and this is a crafting survival game with some elements of catching monsters, right? Um,
I think Nintendo cease and desist. They would hit them early, like you said. But I think the Pokemon Company Nintendo seen this way in advance, so they didn't do nothing about it because like it took 3 years for the game to come out and everything. And I'm like, yeah, it's on console and it's on PC, but it's like Corey said, it's a whole different game. It's a whole different genre and everything. And then Nintendo would have to prove and spend all that money trying to prove to see where the plagiarism and all of that stuff is at. And I think Nintendo's like, we're not about to waste our money on this. Let them have their fun and everything. And people probably won't even care about Power World by February. You don't care
mhm.
about that. Let them drop the Metroid Prime 4 trailer. You're gonna be talking about that for weeks before you even mention anything for Power World. So Nintendo's not gonna
Yeah.
do nothing about it.
Look, also Nintendo fans and Pokemon fans are going to forget all about this the next time Pokemon gets revealed, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're probably going to forget about it in 2 weeks. I give it 2 weeks before Pokemon fans stop arguing about this game.
I give it to Sunday.
Jeez. All right, we're moving on to our next question. Which comes from Stephanie Klimov, our friend and our cohort here at Boss Rush. Nintendo
Yes.
announced Pink Joy-Con for the new Princess Peach game with the Switch 2 in the near future. Does this suggest the Joy-Con could be compatible with the new console, or is it more likely Nintendo is just pulling another money grab?
It's probably going to be compatible, but I don't think it's going to be where it connects to the system. Um, it might
It's
be
going to
like
be like a Wii remote situation, it seems. I bet
I, I was
with the
I
Wii
was
U.
thinking about that, like the Joy-Con handle. Uh,
Hmm.
like I think it'll be you could use the Joy Cons in that manner, and then they'll have a different controller setup. I think Nintendo's gonna do a different controller setup because they're gonna be like, look, if we could find something that don't give us drift in the controls, we'll use that, and then if people still want to use their Joy Cons and stuff, that's another option for the system that they could add on or use and stuff. Kind of like the
Hmm.
Xbox, how you can use Xbox One controllers for Series X or S. Like,
Hmm.
I could see that happening for their next console. But I think Nintendo's going to do a brand new control scheme and setup for the controller.
Yeah. I kind of feel like this might be a little column A in terms of Nintendo just is putting something out to get people excited for this game and hopefully make some money off of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also maybe column B is it could be compatible and that's just a happy accident, right? Because I think when you look back at stuff, when you look at especially Nintendo's last two home consoles and all of their handhelds to an extent, their last console is compatible in some way with their next console, right? You
Yes.
look at the Wii U, the Wii remotes and nunchucks were all compatible with the Wii U. You look at the Wii, your GameCube controllers could be used on there, right, with certain games and with GameCube games. And then obviously like the 3DS, you could play DS games. The DS, you could play Game Boy Advance games. Game Boy Advance, you could play Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, right? So,
Their
I
version of
imagine,
their version of backwards compatibility, everybody.
well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, you're right. Uh, but I would imagine that the Switch accessories, especially with how many Joy Cons they've sold and how many Pro controllers they've sold, will have to be compatible to some extent with the next console.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I also, uh, speaking of the next console, Ed, I did hear something today really interesting on a podcast. Um, that's some insiders. No, it was Digital Foundry actually. Were saying that like Nintendo's next console, like they're going to have to use some sort of like um high capacity cartridges almost, and if
Hmm.
they go back to cartridges that they hope everybody's preparing to pay a little bit more money for that. So we'll see, but yeah, man, I hope the Pro controllers are compatible because I have 5 of them. I just uh look, man, these Xenoblade 1. This has been my go-to controller for 5 years, man. I paid a premium for this controller. I love
Same.
this controller. Like I've used it so much that you know how like when you get a new Switch Pro controller, it has a little bit of a grippy grip on the
Yeah.
handles. Dude, these grippy grips are gone. It's smooth as butter down here. Okay,
I
it's
I I I left it and switched to the Golden Monster Hunter one. Like this is like now my primary one.
I love the Xenoblade 2 controller. I'm shocked they didn't make a Xenoblade 3 controller. To be honest,
Oh,
I would have bought that too.
I would have bought that one. Yeah.
Xenoblade, by the way, series I'm going to play this year. I'm going to play the whole thing this year. So watch out.
Get ready for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 story though.
Yeah,
Like
I'll tell you how it is in like 2027 when I finally get
wow,
there.
wow.
Our next 2 questions are music questions, Ed, which you know how awesome I am at talking about music. Our friend Matt via Discord, Matthew Keel, asks, "What music are you digging lately?" Ed, I'll let you talk about music for a minute.
So I'm
'Cause I am not.
still I'm still on a chill hop vibe. Listening to um uh is this it was an indie game that came out that I brought on Xbox that got with chill hop music, and they took their soundtrack and made it like into like relaxing chill hop music, um which is really really good. uh Also, I kind of been listening to Eminem's music to be murdered by.
Mm.
I've heard it before already. I brought it when it came out, but I've been listening to like different tracks and reactions to it, and stuff. Kind of been like in a, you know, lost girl group albums, like albums that never got released but they got songs out on YouTube. So I've been listening like to Rich Girl is one of them, which is one that I love. Been listening to some old JoJo music, with a mix of her new stuff. So that's what I kind of been listening to, and pretty much just like looking for some. I've been looking for some kind of like mashups of video game music, or covers and stuff. So that's what I've been looking forward to, or looking for, I should say. And last but not least, I've been listening to Katy Perry also.
Mm.
Um, some of her Teenage Dream music and like other albums that I've been listening to. So on the music front, yeah, I'm kind of a little bit old. Listen to a little bit older stuff and my chill hop stuff. Um, you know, digging some of that and everything.
Hmm. Nice. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really listen to music. I don't. I know that's weird, and I know people roll their eyes when I say that, but I
Mm,
really don't listen to music. I am a podcast person. I get in the mood sometimes to listen to like songs from way back in the day every once in a while,
mm.
but it hasn't happened. I can't tell you the last time I listened to music. I really can't. Um
Uh,
and so like I don't have a Spotify account. I don't subscribe to Apple Music. I don't have any of that stuff. Like
oh,
I'm a podcast person.
Uh, South of the Circle is the chill hop mix that they did. I actually been listening to Forza Horizon 4 soundtrack on
Mm.
YouTube, like the radio stations without so much as the announcers and stuff or DJ hosts, but I've been listening to that because I was just like, man, they got all of these stations and I haven't heard them all. So I've been going back and listening to all of their music, and every time I hear there's a song that they do play at my job that makes me want to be like, I need to throw on Horizon 4 and just drive around while listening to the song. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
Hmm. Nice. Look at you. Look at you. Um, gross. For me, or for our next question, comes from Delvin Cox via Twitter. Which musicians would make good video game characters? Well, Delvin, if you turn on Fortnite, they have had artists such as Eminem, Ariana Grande, The Weeknd, and probably some other people that I don't know who they are.
um, I
The
would
Ninja Turtles are also in there if you want a real musical act.
uh
Go
Tank.
Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Right. Tank would be a good one. I think he'd probably be like a good villain or someone to play in a beat 'em up game. Uh, I think Nicki Minaj. Well, she's been in Call of Duty.
Yeah, she's a
Uh,
Call of Duty man.
uh, I think. Let's see. Um, Utada. She's the singer in Kingdom Hearts theme. Um,
Oh man, Kingdom Hearts
man,
has a great soundtrack though.
I actually could see a black style.
Sanctuary.
I could see a black style version of Zelda, and Janet Jackson is like one of the fairies or one of the goddesses in there. Um, like
Shocker, Ed went to Ed went to Janet Jackson.
I love Janet. It would be cool, like Janet Jackson, like she's the mother of Earth or something, or mother of the Triforce, and she got three daughters that she split into. And they represent courage, wisdom, and what is it?
And
Courage,
dance
wisdom,
moves.
and dance moves. Wow. uh, but I could
Courage,
see
wisdom,
Janet
and power are
and
the
power.
three.
I could see that. Um, that be some people might say that's the Wiz version of Zelda in a sense, but like Janet Jackson in the Zelda game, like I could see that happening.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
let's see. Uh, Katy Perry probably could do a noir thriller style game, probably. Oh, that's with her. Um, man, I know there's some dance artists like who do
Look,
EDM and everything.
all I'm saying is that 50 Cent Blood in the Sand was a great Gears of War ripoff. That's all I'm saying.
I shocked that's not available to buy.
Why? It's dude, do you know how many licensing agreements they have to go through just to put that on backwards compatibility? It's not happening. The physical edition of that game though costs a ton of money.
I know it sold well. I just never got to play it and
Yeah, it
everything.
was a great Gears of War ripoff. It was awesome actually.
I know Snoop Dogg was supposed to have his own open world game too.
Snoop da Loop.
Uh, Childish Gambino probably would be a good one. Uh, to be in the video game. Um, DJ Premier should be like an Echo 2. Was it Echo? No, it wasn't Echo. What was that one hip hop game that? Mm,
Mark Echo's dance, like get up and dance or whatever. That
I
one
think I think so, but it was like it
where
was
you
like
can make your own like music videos.
No, it was almost like a hip hop version of Infamous.
You got me. I have no idea. You got me. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, Mark Echo's Getting Up, Contents Under Pressure.
Yeah, sure. That. Yep. That's what I thought.
Or like DJ, I would say like DJ Premier, doing something like Jet Set Radio or something like that. Uh, Cause like
Okay.
the licensed music, like in Grand Theft Auto games, like I, yeah,
Hmm.
Crystal Waters, and like Crystal Waters actually being a character in the Streets of Rage game, or like a background character. So she's singing songs of her old hits and so dance hits while people are beating folks up in the club. I can see that happening. Crystal Waters.
Hmm. Okay.
And who would do Michael Jackson's Moonwalker? Like, I wonder who would do a part 2 to that.
By the way, did you see that video going around where somebody modded Michael Jackson from Moonwalker into Super Mario Brothers?
No, I did not.
You gotta look it up. It's pretty funny. I almost sent it to you the other day, but I got distracted. But it's pretty funny, dude. It's so funny. And like every time he gets a power up, he like his suit changes colors,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wow.
like it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I recommend looking it up.
So that would be mine. My answer. Corey, is that it?
That's no. We have a couple more questions here. Kevin Flevin via Twitter says, knowing what you know now, if you could use a time machine to go back and buy one video game item when it was released at retail and bring it back with you, what would you get?
Oh, dang.
The Zelda Switch Pro controller.
Man, I know Neo Geo, the original one, would have been it with the controller. If I was gonna go back, I know definitely Suikoden would have been one. Soul Calibur 2 would have been one.
I would have bought every single copy of Earthbound and sold it to all you idiots.
Wow.
When they were in the trash bin at Toys R Us.
Oh wow.
You guys aren't idiots. We love you. I'm just kidding.
I definitely would have got Snatcher. I would have got a Sega CD, the Sega Genesis CD collection, and bought Snatcher. But like video game wise, Snatcher would have been my number one.
I would have got the Zelda CDI games because I think that would be interesting to have those.
No, you would have got the Fire Emblem game from your GameCube.
Yeah, I did have it. I left it, and now it's gone. Rip. Yeah, if anybody out there selling GameCube games, I'll trade you a PlayStation 5 for your GameCube collection. I'll even throw in the extra controller. So yeah, I don't know. Our last question comes from Seamus the Kilted Gamer. Will we ever see another original Mario RPG game? I think if we see one, it'll be in the form of Mario and Luigi.
I think they will see probably in the form of Paper Mario. I think.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean.
But anything like if you're talking about like Super Mario RPG kind of style, we won't see that.
Yeah.
Because right now it's only like the big well-known names is Atlas and Square Enix for RPGs and stuff. Not Namco. The people who do the Ease games, and maybe someone who does the Trials in the Sky games and stuff like that. They're big, they're good, but they're still niche. Not a lot of people will try them, and I think Nintendo could give Bandai Namco something else to work on. But um, as for a traditional Super Mario like style RPG, it's going to be between Mario Luigi or pretty much Paper Mario, and I'm leaning more to Paper Mario because Nintendo has more control with that.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's probably going to come in the form of Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi, although it seems Paper Mario may be the more favored at this point. It just really seems like that Mario and Luigi just doesn't seem like it's going to come back in a major way anytime soon, which is sad. I would argue that those have been the better games in recent memory, but also you got to do what's popular, man.
Yeah, I think they will bring Paper Mario, not Paper Mario, Mario Luigi back. I think they just gotta get the writing together and get the right team and find the right time to release it and everything.
Yeah. Maybe not release it a year and a half after your hit new console comes out.
Yeah,
Or, switch gears and maybe put it on the new console instead of the dying old console that nobody wants to play anymore.
yeah.
Just throwing that out there, guys. Free one. That's a layup for you. Anyways, that's all I got, Ed.
All right, well, Corey, that's going to be it for Nintendo Pow Block. Hope you guys are playing some great Nintendo games. Hope you did pick up some Nintendo games on sale, and that you look forward to the Nintendo Direct. It's getting close to February, and
Yeah. By the way, just to give everybody a heads up, I'm taking my laptop with me on vacation. So if a Nintendo Direct does happen, Ed and I can record something small, at least for a direct recap show. And then on top of that, if whatever that first show back is, if one happens the week I'm gone, we will also cover it. So, yeah, my bet would be the week after I come home would be the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, because I think they'll probably do like there'll probably be like a shadow drop of some game, like a remaster or something, and like they'll probably do that digital game version first, and then do the physical later down the line and stuff. Sorry about that, everybody, but yeah. So everybody, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Let us know what you would get if you went back in time to get a video game to bring back now. Like I would love to know. And yeah, let us know what you've been listening to. I'm always interested in new music that you guys are listening to or something I should check out. With that, everybody, have a great week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woohoo!
Goodbye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network and our family of podcasts.